All right, thank you, Britton. It's time for Where is the Love segment. Joining us this morning is Dr. Misty Smith from ConvenientTherapy.com. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we know a lot of young couples are getting married this time of year.
Yes.
You've got some tips on achieving wedded bliss throughout the marriage.
Yes.
All right, so let's jump right into these. The first one is using humor. Talk about that.
Yes, so why would we not use humor in our relationship? I mean, it is the easiest way to get through the trivial disagreements, and you will have many as a newly married couple, and also the major crises that you're going to have. Research shows that people who have a strong sense of humor are less likely to be burned out quickly, depressed quickly, they're happier in their life, they're happier in their marriage. So always laugh. Laugh when you don't feel like laughing because it will make it easier. Look for the funny things around you. Make sure that you figure out what your spouse's funny bone is exactly so that you can make them laugh.
So learn to laugh together, but not necessarily laugh at the other. There's a difference, right? So
Yes,
not laugh at their
definitely,
expense.
definitely.
Okay, so you talk about forgiveness and how important that is.
Yes, forgiveness is so strongly important because nobody's perfect, and that does not exclude either party in the marriage. Somebody's going to do something that's going to need to be forgiven all the time. Mahatma Gandhi said forgiveness is an attribute of the strong, and research actually shows that forgiveness makes you feel stronger. Not forgiving, it's kind of like that little funny that went around on Facebook where the little cartoon character is drinking poison and says holding a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting it to kill the other person. You know, it causes you blood pressure problems, it causes you anxiety, and it even reduces your life expectancy. So
okay, so learn to forgive now and forget. I imagine that has a lot to do with it too.
Yes,
so.
and it's not saying that the other person is right, it's just offering a freedom and a chance to be at peace within yourself.
Causes some, and it, I'm sure it helps harmony and keeps harmony in the relationship.
Exactly.
All right, so now communication. We always hear about communication being part. What do you mean when you say that, though?
Okay, clean communication. There's this great book that I often refer to in my practice called Couple Skills at Making Your Relationship Work. Its name's Matthew McKay.
Okay.
And it talks about what to do and what not to do, how to listen and how not to listen. Talks about making sure that you're using clear and whole messages, and that means that you're making an observation, you're explaining what you think about it, how you feel about it, and what you need from it. If you're just going around saying, I hate you,
right,
that really doesn't get a good message across. So you need to make sure that communication is really clear. Don't call names, don't bring up the past. Those two things are crucial.
So articulate what the real issue
Exactly.
is. Okay.
Exactly.
All right, finally, you talk about learn your spouse's love language. What do you mean by that?
Yes, so there is this great book that's been out for a very long time by Gary Chapman called The 5 Love Languages. Many people have heard of it, many people have not. And there are some easy little tests online that you can take, www.5lovelanguages.com.
Okay.
It gives the opportunity for you and your spouse to take a little quiz, figure out what your love language is. So words of affirmation, is it physical touch, quality time, receiving gifts, or acts of kindness? Everybody has a different love language, and the problem is that we're usually giving love like we need to receive it, and unfortunately our partner doesn't necessarily respond to that.
So they need something else to say that from you that says you love me. That's what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
If I thrive off of receiving gifts, I may give you gifts all the time, but if your love language is quality time, you don't care about gifts.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
great advice from Dr. Misty Smith. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, more ahead here on Good Day Alabama, including Terry.